lot of people are going to tell you that this loss was not a bad loss. That this loss we have nothing to worry about. That's a lie. That is, to me, that is a bold-faced lie, and I'm not going to say that it's gaslighting, but if you are coming away with this game thinking that it's no big deal and you're an Eagles fan, I personally think that you're mistaken on a personal level. Okay? If this game was a 7-point loss, you know what? I would have just come on here and I would have thought a lot differently. I would much rather have close losses than blowouts. Okay? The Eagles were 10-1. Okay? A team that is 10-1 is unbecoming of a blowout like this. The thing is, I thought that the Niners were the best team in the NFL before this game, and I definitely think that they're the best team in the NFL after this game. To me, for them, it could have something to do with losing in the NFC Championship game. The Eagles are really bad at defending the conference title from the team that they beat. I think the last two or three times that they've been in the Super Bowl, they've lost to the runner-up in the conference, the Vikings, the Falcons, and now the Niners. It's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Let me read you a few statistics. 6 rushes for 13 yards. Can you take a guess who that was? That's our starting running back. I know that the 49ers have one of the best run defenses in the NFL. But the Eagles were winning at one point in this game. You know what I'm saying? There's absolutely no reason for that to even happen. There's none. But for whatever reason, this is just a theme with this team. They stop running the football. In December, you're not going to win unless you run the football. And in our last 2 losses, the biggest thing was the fact that we didn't run the football. We didn't run the football at all. You had a team that after the first quarter in the 49ers were more sound than they've been all season long. The Philadelphia Eagles were outmanned. They were outclassed. The 49ers were a smarter team. We were outcoached by the 49ers. The 49ers have a great coaching staff. But the Eagles were 10-1. It's supposed to be had the best record in the NFL, and they didn't show it here. Could not tackle to save their lives. Letting guys wide open over the middle, not covering well. Look, like, it's inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. The turning point in this game was the Eagles allowing the 49ers to get that first down deep in their own territory. And after that, they didn't punt again. To what I remember, they didn't punt again. And the Eagles kept punting. It just shows unsound football to the max, to the extreme. Dude, I don't really even care about any, like, a lot of that stuff is just a blur. I'm not making any excuses with this game. The Eagles lost. They got outmanned. They got destroyed. They got their cheeks clapped. And the thing is, I saw this coming from a mile away. Because while the other Eagles fans, now it's their opinion, they're allowed to have it. I'm not allowed to have my own opinion too. A lot of other Eagles fans said, well, you know, us coming back and winning, you know, that's not a bad thing, right? It's not bad. I always knew in the back of my mind that it was bad. I mean, we were lucky to have even won the last 2 games that we won. Now, like, this game was such a must-win game that now we are looking ahead at next week and the week after that. Haven't won in Dallas since before the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and haven't beaten the Seattle Seahawks since I was a freshman in college. Okay? That was 2008. If you can go ahead and do the math, I'm pretty sure that's been like 13 years. No. Hold on. Not 13 years, excuse me. 15 years. It's been 15 years since I was a freshman in college. That was the last time the Eagles beat Seattle. Never beaten Pete Carroll's Seattle Seahawks either. So that's a big issue. That's a huge issue. A lot of people are telling me, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm sorry, I'm worried about it. Because this whole season is a microcosm for what happened today. I don't know what Brian Johnson's doing. I wish that, I could be a fly on the wall to listen to what's going on in his brain, but it's absolutely nonsensical. Jalen Hurts slipping on the field. I don't know what's happening there. The dude looks skittish, just outright skittish. When he's rolling back out there and he rolls to the left or he rolls to the right, there's like a 10% chance that he's going to complete a pass. Leaves the pocket too quickly, isn't really a threat to run it. These silly like quarterback draws, it attacks my intelligence to a point where I just get absolutely triggered about it. I don't know what's going on there. I don't. I think that we were all duped by Brian Johnson. However he became the offensive coordinator of this team, whoever vouched for him, they must have been his best friend. That's it. He is not a good offensive coordinator. Is he the worst? No. Is he Matt Canada? No. But he's really bad. You look at the things that the 49ers do on every single play, and you look at the things that we do, it's night and day. It's night and day. I mean, they have a team that is 100% committed to running the football. They have a quarterback who seems to always make good decisions. They have wide receivers who can break off tackles, usually always open, scheme their receivers open. We don't do any of that stuff. At all. Everything else about this game, the ejections, the fights, I'm not even thinking about that. I don't even care about that. Right? These 21 to 35-year-olds want to get in fights on the field and punch each other and push each other down. They can do that for all I care. It's all noise. Every single Philadelphia Eagles player and coach should be absolutely pissed about this game. Every single one. Because they lost. They were soft. Didn't tackle. Didn't make smart decisions. Didn't make smart plays. Let another team come onto their field and beat them. We play Dallas this week, or after this game. What makes you think, by looking at this game, what makes you think that the Eagles can beat them? In my mind, it looks like the Eagles are absolutely shot. In my mind, it feels like the Eagles beat the Buffalo Bills in overtime, and they're still at that game last weekend. That's what it feels like to me. This team wasn't ready to play. This team wasn't ready to succeed. No doubt in my mind, Shaq Leonard is not an Eagle. He's a Cowboy. He's going to sign with the Cowboys tomorrow. Quote me now. See what happens later. Hear me now, quote me later. I think that's what it. Hear me now, quote me later. Shaq Leonard will be a Cowboy. He looked at that game today, and he's going to say, no, this team sucks. I want to go play with a championship caliber team. That's what he's going to say. If that's something that people don't like to hear, I'm sorry. It's true. Nothing that I saw today makes me comfortable about this team going into the postseason. None of it.